What's going on, people, man? Um, I ain't want that right there. What's going on, people? Yeah, you know how it is, man. This is another day for Have a Seat. Have a Seat. Podcast. It's been a minute. Um, what I don't do, I try to be authentic with everything I do and everything I say. Topics come to me on a daily basis. So whenever I do decide to get online, I want it to be authentic with what I talk about. So, with that being said, mm, I just open it up to saying, let's talk about whatever, man. But my main thing is, we always talk about relationships, and my thing is, a lot of times I'm starting to blame the people, man. Y'all out there for every situation y'all are in, I'm blaming y'all, man. You know why? Because we sit here and act ignorant as to what's going on in our world. We act like we don't know what's going on. We act like we don't know there's some bullshit in our life. And a lot of times it's our fault because we jump from one person to the next person and we don't even take time to heal, man. Like we were burnt up, we were broken from the last situation, regardless if it was in a relationship with someone or dealing with something, whether it's job wise, living wise, friendship, whatever. We get broken from that, and then we don't even sit there and try to contemplate what was going on. My thing has been recently a couple of things came to par. You know what I'm saying? It's like a remembrance. Um, my remembrance is that situations that I have been in lets me know that the people are still ignorant. Us mainly, because we never believe each other. You know what I mean by we don't never believe each other is I could tell you something, right? And because it's coming from me, you're not gonna believe it. But let it come from, I guess, the news or whatever, or the next man or a white man or someone you feel like got credentials or letters behind their name. It's authentic with them, regardless of how authentic I am, regardless of how honest I've ever been and upfront and straightforward. Yeah, I talk my shit, but I always speak with facts and truth. You know what I'm saying? Into the situation. You know what I'm saying? It might not actually hit home directly like verbatim of everything you're going through, but it still touches on what's going on. So I done been in situations where I was falsely accused of things, and because of where a person got their information from, they ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of coming to me directly and saying, "Look, bro, what happened?" You know what I'm saying? Being a man about it, being a woman about it, being an adult about something. And it's always about not what you hear, it's about what you know. You know, and if I don't know it, I don't really speak on it. You know what I'm saying? It's never my place. You know what I'm saying? To try to even speak on something of that nature. So why do y'all have a habit of doing that? You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all like doing that? Why do y'all like having people tell y'all something and y'all run with the freaking news like y'all seen it firsthand? You know what I'm saying? So this causes a rift in the world. It causes people to prejudge you and to have sideline with certain people that have nothing to do with nothing. I done seen where dudes try to been suckers all their damn life. And I could say that because here's what I'm saying, I know some suckers, they do sucker shit. And what I mean by doing sucker shit, what they'll do is they'll if they'll see something because they want the approval of that person, they'll try to get on their good side by throwing shade on the next man or the next person. I done seen this particular person even when we was kids. When it come to females, the man be on some sucker shit. And what I mean by some sucker shit, let me give you an example. And I don't care if you see it there. I beat his ass like I beat his ass back in the day. Yeah, and that's how I feel about it. Shit, some sucker shit. Two situations. We was at the mall, right? And I only said, it was some girl, that was sitting there. This is way back in the day when Four Seasons was jumping, had the arcade and all that. Nice little chick, you know what I'm saying? And I had my eyes on one, and I guess the one he wanted, he tried to press. He was like, "Yo, bro, she's talking." I'm like, "Yo, I'm good. I don't want to talk." Like, man, you always trying to try to show off for her. So, plus we had some other people with us. So I guess he was like trying to show off for everybody, the dudes and the females. Yeah, we got in a scuffle. You know what I'm saying? Nigga supposed to be a boxer. That boxing shit went out the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I want to know goddamn grade A boxing. Time I was young, I was just learning. You know what I'm saying? My skill set wasn't as it was that it is today. But yeah, trust me. when he, I was still strong as fuck. So when he felt that, he was, it was a situation. Another situation was we dealing with this, this neighborhood lady, the neighborhood chick. We young, of course, we getting our rocks off, whatever. She was interested in me, right? We decided we want to try it out. He goes behind my back to say, "Oh, bro, I don't want to do nothing but whoop the whoop the with the." So she didn't want to deal with me because she felt like I was just using her for sex. And I'm like, "What the fuck is you talking about? Like, we ain't even had that. Like, like, yo, who told you that? Oh, bro, I said, yo, my nigga. So I guess you still want to beef with me. And that's crazy from back in the day when we were kids, teenagers, to fucking adults, man. Doing the same shit. But you want to come to me when you see me, bro, what's up, bro? You like my brother? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, have a seat. But, no pun intended, but have a seat, my boy. But you got people there to do that. And it'll cause a rift. It'll cause a rift in the world. And when I say the world, not say the whole seven continent. I mean a rift in the world because your world is what your circle. That's your world. It causes a rift in the world and those who entertain your circle. So the reason the rift will cause is because people become biased, become judgmental. You don't even have to know a person because someone will say, "Hey man, dang, you heard what happened?" It says, "Oh fuck that nigga," da 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 da, and they like, "Yeah man, yeah you right," and don't even know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? So they'll run with it and they'll put it out there. My thing is this. This what happened right one time. Okay, we had a bad pandemic, everything. Everybody was saying the COVID ain't this, the COVID ain't that. Oh, that's propaganda, that's fake news. They question all of that. But the news in their face, they don't question. They feel like, oh, it came on Fox 8, Spectrum, News 2. It's true. How many times have you seen on the news that they put something you like, that ain't, bro, that ain't what really happened? They go off of what it said and what they can do. I done been in them situations too many times. You know what I'm saying? Where the news generates whatever they can because they trying to get ratings. Well, the police said, man, the police wasn't even there. How the fuck they know what happened? Who told them this? Was the person with that situation that happened exactly at that time or around at that time? Or they just saying, this is what I saw, it could be? Again, go off what you know, not what you hear. And that's how people are. So news runs around. I see the results of it, and I'm feeling a lot of things, the situations I've been in, where the results come from those who don't know nothing. And then when they those who gave a fuck talk to me personally. Those who give a fuck will talk to you personally, and they can get the true story from the horse's fucking mouth instead of guessing what the fuck such and such. And they be like, yeah, that. And niggas, if you fucking know a person, you're not gonna sit there and put that judgment. You're not gonna let nobody else judge them. That's just like if you in a situation, I say you my homeboy, and I love you, I would never let another person talk about you in my presence, and not stop it right there. I'm gonna cut you off in mid sentence. Look, my nigga, he ain't here. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. But if I entertain it, that means you just a so shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing to talk about. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Basically, mind your fucking business. And so another thing to talk about is the world is fucked up, man, and we don't even see it. We still saying the same. It's 2023. You still saying the same shit we said in 2003, 2013, 1993. You see what I'm saying? We still saying the same shit. Niggas ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit. When are we gonna grow up? When we gonna start saying we are the shit? You could sit there and say, well, when y'all start pointing the fingers, there's no perfection in nothing. Nothing is perfect because it would be no disruption in the world. If everything was perfect, there would be no disruption in the world. And what I mean by being that is if you don't pay attention to what the world is going through, how would you know How would you not? How would you know that is not what it is? See, what we sit there fail to realize, we scared. We in the idiot stage. We done became lazy. Guess what we got right now? We got that right there. We got this right here. This BS. A phone at our fingertips. We dumb down. We don't look at nothing no more. We don't pay attention to anything anymore. You feel me? You know why? It's too easy. We lazy. We don't pick up a book. We don't do no research. We don't do nothing. We don't try to find anything. We have become the ultimate sheep, right? Let me explain something. It's a lady, you know, controversial. We can't. I want to have a podcast, sit down where we have a debate, you know what I'm saying, the sexes, but because of the thought process of niggas and the way they think, instead of actually thinking, we can't have that. We can't have an intellectual conversation. You know what I'm saying? But in the retrospect, I follow them still because they speak some good stuff. I never cut off good knowledge or good speeches or talks. So this person always questions the way of the world, the way of our beliefs. You see, and why it makes sense is because we say we believe in something, right? We believe in a higher being, a creator, or whatever you want to call it. And in the process of believing in that creator and that higher being, we just take it for what it is. We never question it. Why not? Back in the day, this lady told me, she said, man, bro, I was riding down the street and I seen a billboard by the church. It says, never put a question mark where God has put a period. You know what that means? That means take it for face value. Don't question it. Just take it as it is. Just do as I say, not as I do. And is that right? Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Don't you question your parents? Son, daughter, go do that. Why I gotta do that, mama? Why I gotta do that, daddy? Because I told you so. But you questioned them at first. You hesitated. So why don't you never question anything else in the world? Things you believe. I just want to believe and live my life. Because we are sheep. We believe what has been told to us. We don't question it. We don't research it. We don't try to understand it in its depths. I was watching Jeopardy the other day, right? And they had I think a subject was on Job in the Bible, right? So the subject on Job in the Bible, I was answering the questions. But I'm not a Christian. I read the Bible. I read the Quran. I read the Torah. I read the I can't think of the name, but it's the Egyptian, the Enoch, the Egyptian book. I mean, not the Egyptian book, the Ethiopian book. I read. At the end of the day, I read. And I still read. This is a semi. This isn't even in my whole library. This is a partial library. I can show you. You see that over there? All those books stacked up on the bottom. All those books stacked up on the bottom. Come on, man. I got a whole tub of books. I got a whole tub of books. But I tell someone to read it, they rather scroll through social media and get their knowledge from that. They rather get it. They rather get it that way. They rather look at the drama on TV. They never will take time out to pick up the paper book and let that be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why not get in depth of what you're trying to learn, what you're trying to study? Because you're scared, you fear, it's boring to you, it has no interest. I get it. But don't come to the next person trying to question them and what they do because you don't want to have or take the initiative to understand some things. You know what I'm saying? So, like y'all know, I said, hold on. That's my boy. So as I said, I'm all about healing mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, and emotionally. So with that being said, let's do this right here. I don't. I believe in a creator. I believe. I give praise to where praise is due. You know, to the things that I have and things of that nature. I don't believe in religion. I don't like religion because you know dealing with the many journeys I've been through, walks and ways of life I've been through. It's too many controversial things. Everything born out of the next. That's like sets, games. Oh, my set. I don't like that set. I'm finna start my own game. You know, the, like you do the history on the Crips and the Bloods. You know, really well. You can't. I'm not gonna go back too far on it, but how they branched out. Started with one set. Yo, I'm over here. We gonna start being Crips of this, but we don't follow him. Then you got the East Coast Bloods where I done seen it where, yo, bro, I'm not fucking with that big homie. I'm gonna start my own shit. I'm gonna branch off. He's not official to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start my own shit. I'm gonna get my own shit. I'm gonna rank up and get my own little set and do it like this. But it's all the same. Y'all doing the same shit. Y'all not acknowledging the birthrights. You see what I'm saying? Not understanding. Okay, instead of saying, look, oh bro, I'm over here. Let me just have a blood set over here in this area branch. It is. I'm gonna start my own because I don't like the way you're doing shit. Right? So the same way with religion. I don't know if it go. Everybody says it dates back to ancient Egypt. Might go. It might go further back than that. Before it was called Egypt. Um, the world is vast. Uh, so coming out of one thing to the next, you see similarities, but nobody wants to acknowledge that every region had their own way of life. You have even the European countries had their own way of life. For the Greek gods, the Roman gods, everything sucked up. Sumerians. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Everything sucked up the next one. You know what I'm saying? Um, and said it wasn't right. The paganistic we call paganism. We be like, oh, you don't believe in God, you're a pagan. You're a pagan, right? Or that's witchcraft. But let's do some history. Let's do some research. I wish I'd have just shared my page so we could do this shit together. But let's do some research, right? Paganism is the worship of false gods, right? So what do you do every day of the week? You want to start it off? Sunday, sun god. Monday, moon god. Tuesday, Tooth. Wednesday, winds, Thor. However you want to put them different gods of that up under that calculus. Thursday, Thor. My fault. Wednesday, wind the Wednesday. Thor. Thursday, Freya. Saturday, Saturn. Okay. Even go to the planets. Mars, Jupiter, Neptune. Hold on. Let's start it like this. You have Mercury, Greek god. Then comes the second planet. The first planet is Mercury. Second planet is what? I can't tell you. But then we skip Earth. I don't know who that is. Mercury, Mars, Venus. I think it's Mars, then Earth, then no, it's yeah, don't get me in line. Let me do it like this. Let's do it like this. We have they consider the sun a planet, which is crazy. Which could be. Okay, you have Mercury, Venus. Mercury was the deli- was Mercury was the messenger, right? In Greek or Roman, whatever culture. You got Venus, the goddess of love. Earth, I don't know where the fuck that name came from. Mars, the war god. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. We all know Neptune with or is it Uranus, Saturn, no Saturn with the three prongs. Dealing with the Greek mythology, we all know that with the sea god. Uranus, Neptune. They don't. They stop. They stop acknowledging Pluto as the ninth planet. I don't know how you just kicked that buddy up out of there. You know, okay. That's the days of the week. That's the planets. Okay, let's talk about the months of the year. January. Okay. January was named after Janus, the Roman god of all beginnings. March celebrated Mars, the god of war. February, excuse me. The month of February, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Roman festival of purification. March, the months of Mars, the Roman god. April, the month of Aprilis, which means opening, the leaves. May, the month of May, a Greek Roman goddess of spring and fertility. June, month of Juno. July, named in the honor of Julius Caesar, which is why he stole a day from February. And August, Augustus Caesar stole a day from February. Why it's only 28 and they got 31 in those 2 days. Sep, and then I think that was the end of the months. You know why? It's only been 10 months. Sep, Oct, Nov, and December are all Latin for 7, 8, 9, and 10. So why is there 12? I think Julius and them and Augustus wanted to add themselves into the Gregorian calendar. So we might be older than we is, dealing with the Romans and the Greeks and things of that nature. But we don't want to talk about that. We just go with it because that's the way of the Western world, and it's simple to just follow it instead of bucking the system, right? We won't question none of that, right? We just fall in line and say, my God is a good God. Because we're scared to question it. We're scared of the what is. But your God is a good God, right? What do you consider good? What do you consider good? Is good doing all the things that you and your eyes consider righteousness? Let me take for instance right here. Let me get you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. And you tell me if it was good or bad. At the age of 15. Nope, 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 nope. At the age of 14, right? At the age of 14, homeboy was 15. We were charged as ministers societies, right? For armed robbery. Taking the fact that was the plea deal to plead the armed robbery. 14 years old. I just turned 15 when they sentenced me to 14 years in prison, right? They gave me 13 charges. They gave me they gave me robbery with a dangerous weapon, shooting an occupied dwelling, attempt to kill, carjacking, larceny. That's 5. They gave me fleeing and all that, and they gave me the conspiracies to go with them, right? Guess what? It was the victim was a white boy. Okay. This is the part that nobody wants to talk about or nobody mentioned. The day that so-called crime happened, right? He was supposed to die. Like I said, I'll say it again. This is what nobody told nobody. They just like, damn, y'all were bad as hell. He was supposed to die that night. I reckon I should have never been out there. But he was supposed to die that night. And my loyalty to my homeboy, it would prevented me from not being part of it. No, he wasn't supposed to die by my hand or my homeboy's hand, but they wanted to kill him because when outside of my presence, this white boy kept coming in this black neighborhood, right? This black boy kept coming in this white neighborhood, and they kept saying, "We tired of seeing this boy over here. He don't belong." But he's hard headed. He don't listen. You got one person bring them over there. I don't know why. I ain't really fuck with them. They telling me this. Tell your boys quit bring that white boy over here, bro. Lex, quit telling them to. Okay, boom. I don't be in town half the time. I used to be at my mama house down in South Carolina. You know. So when I come back, I hear this shit. Keep that white boy from over here. This happened tonight. They are tired of it. He thinks they cool. Guess what we say? Bro, go home. Go home. Nah, they like me, bro. No, go home, bro. Just go. Just leave. He didn't want to leave, man. He didn't want to leave. So, in order to keep to keep our integrity, in order to keep our face clean in the neighborhood, we had to act it out. So they won't fuck with us on some sucker shit like you scared. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go if you've been in that situation. So what we do, my man's coming to me like, bro, we got to handle this situation, bro. They ready to kill this nigga, man, but we got to make him get up out of here. We try to get this nigga to leave. He wouldn't leave. Now he want to leave once he sees shit getting pressured. It was too late. I got the fuck out the car. But when I got out the car, a couple of people was getting in the car. So I got love for my nigga. And the people I know got in that car, that death would have happened. No, I got it. I got back in the car. I go with my nigga. The thing they didn't say again was the next day that boy got a phone call. Come get all your shit back. Instead of coming just to get all his shit back, he sent the fucking police. We got a charge. I had guns pointed in our face. My man had a gun pointed in his face at the point of arrest. The gun didn't get pointed in my face initially. It got pointed in my face when they got me downtown and they threatened me if I didn't give them up no information, they was gonna, they put the gun in my face, was like, yo, tell us what you know. And I'm like, really, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, because they were asking me questions I really didn't know what the hell. They were naming names and shit. I don't know how they got these names. They were talking about weapons was involved that wasn't even there. So that happened. The boy was in the foster care. All of a sudden, his biological mother wants his son back. Right? So, was I doing a good deed or was I being bad? Because I was trying to save a life. Regardless of how it happened, I was trying to save a life. So, was I doing something good or was I doing something bad? So, it goes into the question of how do you judge good and bad? So, when we question God, do we question the good and the bad? We have to find out the reason behind what's being done. You see what I'm saying? A lot of our people, we are losing a lot of our people. So of course we question God. Why God? Why him? He was so young. He had this going on and this. What was the intention? So I would say my God is a loving God and he loves everybody. But why do you have destruction in you? You know? So why would you allow the things that happen in this world to happen? Because it's not a point of testing your faith anymore. That's not a test of faith to have to go through gratuity, cruelty of a being. I shouldn't have to suffer to the point of my existence evaporating to prove my loyalty and my love and my faith. You know, certain situations can happen in your life to bring you back. Get back focused. You fucking up. That's why that shit happened. That's different. But to lose a loved one to suffer heartaches or ailments, you know, why? If I'm calling on you, am I not? I go into the things of, are we saying the right things? Are we calling on the right? You calling on the wrong God. So it goes into question: who are you to say what God is who? You talk about being raised. So my thing is this: if I was raised in a country that never heard of Jesus, how am I going to hell? When I was in a country that worshiped whatever, and it got us by, and it gets us by, and you come and say you're coming to save me, you got the missionaries. I'm coming to save you. If you don't believe in God, we're gonna kill all you. The Knight Templars, we're gonna kill all you. If you don't believe in this God right here, is that not forcing pagan? Is that not being forced pagan? They wiped out the so-called paganists, the people that had multiple gods. When then you had people could say, "Oh yeah, that's how the Muslims be like. That's how you got the kafirs, the non-believers. But y'all derived out of Christianity. Y'all might not want to hear it, but you knew Muhammad, Constantine came from Christianity, came from Constantine, and then Muhammad came out of a Catholic church. He started the jihad in the name of Allah, saying if you don't believe in us, you did the same thing the Knight Templars did, and y'all still doing it to this day. Not understanding the spiritual reality of it. It's the jihad within self. It's fighting against your own demons and these things of that nature, right? But you got people that take things literal instead of spiritual. You see what I'm saying? So that goes from not studying. I used to bump heads with my pops all the time, right? I used to be in the nation of gods on earth, 5% nation. 120 questions and answers I could quote off the top of my head, along with 10 mathematics and 26 alphabets, breaking down every letter in the language. I went from being a student to being an enlightener because I wanted the vast knowledge. My pops would come up with the Bible. I'll quote out the Bible. He'd get mad because he could. I was like, yo, study what you believe instead of, because I don't have no paperwork. I don't read off of paper. That means I study what I believe in order to transpire this knowledge. I studied the Islamic ways. I studied all these things, but I evolve out of different things that intrigue my interest, whether it's voodoo, hoodoo, Ifa, African dialogue and religious, the Egyptian hieroglyphics of doing them, the Maya ways of life. I read and study this. I come to a lot of conclusions, man. I don't have to believe what you believe in to order to navigate through this realm, this earth realm. But you will sit there and tell me I'm wrong because you so strongly believe in what you believe in, and you don't have an open mind to say, how do I know I'm so right? That's why we need to spiritually heal. People be like, yo, I'm spiritual. What do you mean? You're more religious. If you're one of those people that, oh, I go to church, there's no such thing as a church. If you read your book, Jesus never had a church. That was Paul. One church. So all these churches are what? These are false buildings. This wasn't ordained. People say they're Christians. Do you know what the word Christ means? Christ light. Jesus wasn't Christ. He was Jesus of Nazareth, according to the book. He didn't start be called Christ until he got baptized. Look at the metaphors. He didn't become Christ until John baptized him and he ascended to the heavens, and light and the heavens opened up and shine light on him. He didn't become Christ, which means the anointed, appointed, anointed. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, meaning anointed one. The word is derived from the Greek verb kreo, meaning to anoint. In the Greek Septuagint was a semantic loan used to translate the Hebrew Messiah, meaning one who is anointed. Okay? Anointed. A ceremonial conferred divine or holy office upon a priest. Hold on. The meaning of anointed is a religious. Hold on. Consecrated or made sacred, dedicated to God, often in the ceremony, as with the oil. He was anointed. That means he dedicated his work to God at that point. Remember, he was a mischief in the neighborhood, running around, causing ruckus. He got clean, meaning he, through his years, he learned some things. He became aware of some things, so he became anointed. He dedicated his life to God after he learned, okay, which is the missing years from 13 to 30 to 13 to 33, when he became knowledgeable about the world. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all accept things on face value, man. Y'all don't question nothing. I ain't saying not to believe. Just understand what you're believing in. Everybody has to have something to believe to keep them pushing. You know, I don't. Y'all get mad at. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me. I'm gonna quote something to you, and then I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna give you the answer where it comes from. Look at these. These are 11 rules of the earth. Do not give opinions or advice unless you are asked. Do not tell your trouble to others unless you are sure they want to hear them. When in another's lair, show him respect or else do not go there. If a guest in your lair annoys you, treat him cruelly and without mercy. Do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal. Do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person and he cries out to be relieved. Acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained. Do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself. Do not harm little children. Do not kill non human animals unless you are attacked or for your food. When walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask him to stop. If he does not stop, destroy him. Guess what? Guess what those 11 rules come from? These are the satanic rules. But you would agree with them until I said satanic, right? As soon as you hear the word satanic, it's oh shit. The fuck is he? What the fuck he got going on? The fuck he got going on? Once you hear that, you feel me? Y'all don't believe. Y'all only believe the bullshit because y'all don't do research. Understand the metaphors that are being spoken to you. Lucifer, the morning star, the most beautiful angel that there was and God's number one lieutenant. He was his captain, man. Over and above all the angels. He went against God according to the book because he was not going to bow down to man. Because man was tainted. And you would sit there and say God is the all this and act like there are no other gods. But in the beginning what it says, we. Let us. Is us not plural? If not, help me. Maybe I don't know English. Is us not plural? Us is plural, right? Let us make man in the image, in our likeness. You see, when man was made, the reason why he was elevated so high in the knowledge is because he gave him the will to do or don't. The angels have to do the will of God. All creation had to do the cherubim, the seraphim, and all these things you want to talk had to do the will of God. God told them to do this, and that's what they did. If you not read the book, what the conversations, the man was talking to God the whole damn time. Oh, have you seen my latest invention? God bragging like, oh, you see him? That's the best. He loves me. That's because you haven't touched him, God. Yeah, he gonna love you because he got everything he needs. But guess what? God didn't touch him. He asked me, said, let me touch him one good time. Let me show him. Let me see how good his faith is. Okay, he got the permission. He got God's permission to touch Job. And before it was all said and done, Job cried out, God, why have you forsaken me, man? Even Jesus did it. Eli, sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? But y'all say Jesus is God. How is he God calling on himself? Come on, man. Let's make it make sense, man. Y'all don't make it make sense. That's why there's so much controversy in the world, because everybody is contradicting themselves instead of being on the right path of what is logical and what is real, what makes sense. And you deriving and determining and interpreting things the way you want to interpret instead of what it's saying right there in your face. Even in the book, Jesus said, I speak in metaphors and allegories. Meaning what you reading right now is not as literally what I'm being said. You have to have the spiritual mind or the third eye open to understand exactly what I'm saying. These are the journeys he went through in them years missing out the books. You talking about the 33 years he missing out his life, from 12 to 33, all of them 18 years he missing out his life. You know what I'm saying? He went to study. He went to study the world of all religions. That's how he could come back and speak and move amongst the people. He didn't stay in one area. And if that's the case, now what he brought the message to was for that area. It wasn't supposed to be for the world. So make it make sense. Which one is it? Was it for that area or was it for the world? So if it was for the world, you have to know how to deal with people of the world. I can't sit there and be in North Carolina and then go to Chicago and act like I can rock with them and not know their way of walking life. I can't go to Cali and not know their way of walking life. We do it different here. You always hear it. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. We don't know the lingo. We don't know the terminology. We don't know what area to go in. We don't know what to wear. We don't know how to rock. We don't know what's good, what's what's disrespectful, what's respectful. Even in the cultures of Hispanic cultures, Latin cultures, whatever you want to call them. A Puerto Rican to get mad at a Mexican for calling cabron, which means the bull. Mexicans call each other cabron all the time, but a Puerto Rican will feel like that's disrespect. Certain terms and certain words go different in hand, cultures and things of that nature. But we don't talk about that because we fail to realize to do the study. Oh, it don't apply to us, so we're not going to say nothing. Of course you're not going to say nothing. Because you don't want to sit there and look and go and find out what's going on. You feel me? So, the people, what we got to do, what we need to do, stop laying claim to shit don't apply to you, man. Stop speaking on shit you don't know. That's the world. I bet you we be at a peace for it. Mind your goddamn business. If it don't bother you, if it don't apply to you, why are you speaking on it? If it ain't directly involving you, why speak on it? If you don't know the facts, don't speak on it. How do you damn? How do you damn? You know, come on, people. How do you speak on what you don't know, man? Why would you speak on what you don't know? That's probably a better question. Why you in somebody's sugar? Why you in somebody's a situation? Does it apply to you? Does it apply to you? You got people that be on social media every day quoting stuff, right? You got people on social media every day making posts and stuff, right? And motherfuckers feel like it's about them, right? Oh, you talking shit about me? Say what you got. You know what I'm saying? You talking shit about me? What's up, nigga? Woman. Well, me personally, let me say something. I like to joke. That's just me. Cause the world, life is too fucking short to walk around this bitch angry, mad at the next person. Why should I give a fuck enough to fuck up my peace of mind because you in a fucked up mood? Because you haven't figured out how to goddamn get over shit. Because you still need to heal. I'm sitting here telling you I'm gonna help you heal. Let's talk. I'm not here to judge you. Nigga, I done been through so much shit in my fucking goddamn 44 goddamn years. Nigga, it's ridiculous. I'm supposed to be gone. And I ain't talking about locked away. I'm supposed to be in the fucking grave. People say, oh, that's only God. Maybe so. But maybe I haven't fulfilled my fucking purpose neither. Thought about that? I'm here for a fucking reason. Whatever it is for a reason. I'm evolving in myself. I'm learning things on a daily basis. And I'm here to try to help the people. Me just even doing that to say, look, I want to help y'all become better yous. But y'all don't want to take the steps to become a better yourself. And I still push the buttons. But one thing I won't do, I won't be disrespected. And I won't be sitting here wasting my time because you keep feeling like you can't do it. Let's get to the bottom of your shit, man. At any given time, we could get on. You scared to let the public see? Listen, man. Inbox me, man. Let's talk it out, man. Let's get some healing going on. You know? Y'all don't want to fucking heal? Y'all want to be miserable the rest of y'all fucking lives? Y'all want to sit here and keep going through this damn prime crying and shit? Over what? That shit ain't gonna change shit. You crying over a nigga? You ready to kill a nigga over a bitch that's fucking all them other niggas? She doing the shit, nigga. Why you mad at the next nigga for trying to get him a piece of that pussy? Or fuck with her? You want to kill that nigga. And they say they outnumber 3-1, 4-1, whatever, something to 1. That means you have more options, bro. Step your fucking game up and find something that fits your criteria, something that fits your lifestyle. And quit goddamn getting mad at the next nigga for being him. Don't blame, you never blame the fucking player. You play the motherfucker who's getting played. I would never get mad. I would never get mad at a motherfucker hollering at my lady. If I had one. If I claiming one. You know? I would never get mad at that nigga. I would get mad at her for letting that nigga even talk to her. Let him get to that point of goddamn feeling comfortable enough to talk to her. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing, bitch? Why you letting this nigga in your goddamn circle? How he getting this goddamn close to feel he comfortable enough to talk to you? You ain't got no fucking man? Okay, cool, nigga. Let's act like that then. Same thing go for a fucking goddamn female. Don't get mad at that bitch for fucking that nigga. Blame that nigga. And if you accept the shit, accept what all come with it. You taking this nigga back and getting mad because he do the shit again. Nigga, you let him do it. Stand on your fucking two. And say, nigga, I'm not going for this shit, nigga. I don't like this shit. I don't want it. I'm not doing it. Same thing for a nigga. You mad at that goddamn girl because she keep taking your fucking money and won't goddamn cook you a goddamn grilled cheese sandwich, nigga? Why you keep fucking with her? You scared to be alone? You scared you got to do it on your fucking own, nigga? You scared you got to go out here and get a goddamn job, nigga? Oh, you ain't got families, nigga? Nigga, I got goddamn families too, nigga. I got all my own shit. I did 18 goddamn years in prison, nigga. Ain't no excuse for none of y'all motherfuckers out there. And I say it. I ain't mad when I'm talking. I'm just telling you the truth. And I'm emotional behind my shit. Because there's no fucking excuse for anybody out here in this motherfucking world to tell me and come to me and say, man, it's hard for me. Nigga, I got them did 18 fucking years, nigga. And I got my own shit. I get up every fucking day and go get it, nigga. Oh, you ain't got kids, nigga. I got a son. Now that eliminated that part. When y'all was talking about you ain't got kids though. I do. And I used to take care of families, nigga. So tell me again, give me another fucking excuse. I want to hear it, please. I want to hear it. I got to, man. I got to. I got to, bro. They making excuses, man. I don't make excuses no more, man. I never made an excuse for myself. I got two hands, 2 feet. If I can't make it happen, man, it ain't meant for me to have it, man. It ain't meant for me to have it. I had a muscle. I'm been blessed. This is my blessing. I've been blessed to have men to look at. They ain't had to teach me shit just by seeing their work ethics. Let me know, look, this is what the fuck a man supposed to do. Or a male of my species that got the same genetics as me does. My uncle, bro, you want to make some money? Go do such and such. Okay, I got to earn what I got. Whether I stole shit or did dumb shit when I was little as a kid, so be it. But at the end of the day, I know you had to get it on your fucking own. You couldn't always do no hand. My motherfucking family ain't rich. My mama wasn't rich. You feel me? We used to eat goddamn fucking fish and grits damn near all the goddamn time. Chicken pot pie, turkey pot pie, spinach quiche, goddamn shit like that. We ate simple meals, but we made it, man. We ate good sometimes. Go to my daddy's house, we eat good sometimes. His family, bigger. They more goddamn put shit together, get together and eat. We eat as a family. But guess what? Guess what that showed me? That showed me unity and love, a true love of your family. And what they brought. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm more closer to my daddy's side because he took us around that unity. My mama's side, we was all in the same home. We lived in a three family house. First, second, and third floor. That was us. That's all I knew. I didn't know my grandmama's extended family down south. It took years for that to happen. You see what I'm saying? But coming up, my daddy family side was always there. So we going over auntie's house. We go over uncle's house. Uncle got strict rules. Nigga, don't do this. You can't do this. Shoes at the door. Sleep at this time. Don't wake up. Don't make no noise. You need to go. You need something you need to ask for permission for. You don't just go do this. You know what I'm saying? You respect your fucking elders. And to this day, I respect my fucking elders, man. I don't care if it's what color, race, or whatever you is. I still motherfucking hold the door open for her. I still will help carry her shit. You know what I'm saying? I still would do all of that because that's not how I was raised. Because the raised like that's the things I seen. I mimic my life. The same thing I do now, right? The same thing I do now. I've been blessed to watch my little man, and guess what he do? He see everything I do, and he motherfucking mimic it all. So now I'm like, yo, he can't speak, but he's showing me, look, daddy, I watch you, bro. I know what you're doing. I see you comb your brushing your hair. I see you wash your ass, nigga. My little man be trying to jump in the shower with me, man. He'll pull the curtains back. My boy is 18 fucking months old, bro. This boy will pull the curtains back, try to get in the shower with me. Look, it's wash. Let's get clean, daddy. Brush my teeth, daddy. He sit right there at the sink, pulling up on the sink. I want my damn teeth clean too, daddy. I brush my hair, comb my beard. I want my hair combed too, daddy. You see what I'm saying? These are the things he see me do little things. The same thing he does with his mama. He might do certain shit. I know he ain't learned it from me. He learned it from his mama. Not nothing bad. But he growing up to mimic what he sees. That's how I was raised. I mimic what I saw. So We making excuses of people saying what they ain't got and what they do got. Why you don't have it? You made bad choices, so the fuck what? Shake that shit off and let's keep it pushing. Because we all made bad choices. It's not about what the fuck happened when you made that bad choice. It's about how you got there and react to that bad choice. Are you gonna let it take you down, or you gonna got there and let it build you back up, man? That's what I do. Every time I get discovered, I'm like, man, fuck, man, da 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 da. But then I got them with my back on the wall. That's the don't they you never had your back against the wall? If you ain't never had your back against the wall, you don't know how to fight. You never know how to crawl out of a hole. When you're back against the wall, you had no choice but to go forward. I learned I take everything metaphorically. You feel what I'm saying? Even when I was locked up, niggas be trying to jump you, put your back against the wall, you go at it, bro. And guess what? When I catch you by yourself, we gonna see how much damage we can really get done. You have to have that mentality. You know, some people lie on you and say, "Oh, this is what he was doing when he was locked up," or he this how he survived. They'll lie on you because they suckers when they don't want to tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? But see, like they said, I keep receipts. I know for a fact, and I ain't ashamed of shit. I'm honest. I'm all the way to the T. Ask me a question, yeah, I'm gonna give you the answer. You might not like it, but you're gonna get the answer you're looking for because you asked for it. I'm gonna give you what you asked me for. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you that. Oh man, you know it's behind me. No, bro, you really want to know? If I feel like you don't deserve it, if I feel like you don't need to be told, I'm not gonna tell you though. You're not gonna come to me talking about, hey, yeah, what's up with my girl? Nigga, don't come to me. Don't never come to me on no sucker shit like that. I done had niggas in my DM, bro, you fucking with my girl. No, man. If I wanted to, I could have. But no, bro. And why are you asking me as another man? Ask me about your chick, bro. Ask her. What she tell you? That's what the story she tell you. That's who you need to keep it up with. I'm gonna kill you, bro. You fucking with my wife. Bro, she didn't say she was. No, don't get mad at me, my boy. According to her, y'all not married. According to her, y'all broke up. According to her, y'all done went on your way. So now, in this day and time, since I done had my son, guess what I've been doing? Sit my ass at the house. Because that's all, my world is his world. His world is my world. So, yeah, I talk my shit. I do what I do, whatever. But, I don't make excuses, man. I don't make excuses. My excuses I make is to myself, nigga, why aren't you doing more? I get accolades, bro. You doing good, man. You been home 10 years, bro. You doing this, you doing that. Man, I ain't doing shit. How is that impressive to you? I'm impressing you. How am I impressing you? So what you got going on? If I'm impressing you, you ain't following the footsteps or the blueprints. Then bro, I ain't really did shit because you doing dumb shit and you haven't excelled. You know, I encourage everybody, but you know, certain people feel like they want to fuck with me, but they feel like if they fuck with me, man, they'll be hurting someone else's feeling, or they be going against the grain against someone else, and they more important. I gotta get all my law shit. Well, I'm gonna tell you how strong the mind is, right? I had his brother. He would put me up on the law, right? Um, he would put me up on a lot of things about the law, and I ain't heard from him in a couple of years. Man, just so happened, man, I was riding by where he worked at, where I thought he still worked at, and I was like, damn, man, I wish I could get in contact with bro. Like, why the fuck he stopped fucking with me? You know, I don't know certain situations. It wasn't. It was stupid. But he popped up today, bruh. Oh, like we never stopped talking. I said, man, I was just thinking about you, my boy. I said, I'm gonna pop up at your job one night. You know what I'm saying? But just so happened, man, that's how the power of the mind is, man. The world aligns itself the way it's supposed to. He asked me about my situations, what's going on with me. We talked it up. He like, oh, okay, whoop, whoop. Yeah, get it firsthand, bro. Don't get it from the goddamn the bullshit that they tell you. Because you not stupid enough to just accept it. Once you hear it differently, you're like, okay, I see what's going on. Yeah. That's what they do. Our people do that stupid shit. So to me, that's a blessing, man. To be able to configure and to call out someone like that. But my thing is this with your people, man. Let me get close on this shit right here, man. Man, listen. Stop making excuses on being a better you. Stop making excuses on being successful. Stop holding yourself back from being a greater person. Stop holding yourself back from excelling. Stop holding yourself back from being the best you are to be in this world. Because all you doing is holding yourself back. No one else is holding you back. Because every action has a reaction. That's how you tell your future. You dissect what you want to do compared to what could possibly happen when you do it, and you will get the answers to every and all things that you deal with. You feel me? Every time. Every time. Every time. So, with that being said, man, y'all need to go out there and be great, my boy. I done been with y'all for an hour. I'm burnt out. That's how time moves, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Who those who tapped in, those who comment, man. I'm here, man. I'm gonna get back on my grind. I'm gonna speak it up, man. Those who want to get on the line with me, we could chop it up back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Build these followers up, man. Have a seat, man. Of course, again, you go, if you missed this, tell your people, man, that if you want them to hear what I had to say or what's being said, and we can add on to it. Go to my page, Have a Seat on Facebook, or go to the Have a Page seat on YouTube. It's there. You know. So until then, man, I salute y'all, man, and y'all be easy, man.